When someone says that a wrestler made a heel turn, it means that wrestler went from being on the good side to being on the side of the villains. He betrayed his principles and moved to the dark side of WWE. In the company's history, there have been great betrayals and unexpected moments where wrestlers have switched to the villain's side in a surprising way. Get comfortable, because today I'm presenting to you the most shocking heel turns in WWE history. The bond and affection between Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio remain memorable today. Well, beyond the great work they did in the ring, they were like brothers behind the scenes. They both showcased their best and enthralled fans for months. In fact, Eddie and Rey managed to become WWE Tag Team Champions after they won the titles from the Vashem brothers. While they were the current champions, Rey and Eddie decided to have a friendly match at WrestleMania 21 to find out which of the two was the best in this duo. When they fought, Mysterio won, and although Eddie was upset, he eventually ended up accepting the defeat. But once this fight was over and days started to go by, things began to fall apart between these two characters. Eventually, Eddie would betray Rey Mysterio during a SmackDown show, and the brutal beating he gave him is remembered to this day. It goes without saying that no one saw this betrayal coming. In fact, we were all shocked. Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy have always been a very popular team and one of the fans' favorites, since their style and charisma are truly unique. They have inspired hundreds of young people to achieve their goals. During the year 2008 and the beginning of 2009, they were closer than ever. They helped each other a lot when the other half of the team was in trouble. What Jeff Hardy didn't expect was that his brother's great betrayal would happen at the event. Pay-per-view Royal Rumble of 2009, and it would cost Jeff Hardy the WWE's top title. When Vickie Guerrero turned what was a normal match into a no disqualification match, everything changed. And as always, Vickie tried to help her fiancé Edge win the match. However, the crowd got really excited. When Matt Hardy came to defend his brother, Matt quickly went to get another chair to deliver what was supposed to be the con chair 2 to Edge's face. As Matt was getting ready to deliver the big blow, he changed the direction of the chair shot and hit his own brother, leaving him completely knocked out and helping Edge win the WWE title. No one, absolutely no one could believe it. Let's move on to the most recent one, and I would say one of the most shocking in history. I mean, look, absolutely no one imagined John Cena turning to the dark side at this stage of his career, especially in his retirement year. Cena had won the Elimination Chamber and was asking Cody Rhodes, please, to be his opponent for WrestleMania 41. In the ring was also The Rock, who was also asking for his title shot. When Cody chose Cena, the hug between them was bittersweet. The Rock, just with a look, let Cena know it was time to act, and Cena did. John Cena went from being every wrestling fan's hero to being a dark villain without any feelings. He would utterly demolish Cody Rhodes, his face revealing the intense hatred within him. Without a doubt, this will go down in history forever, as it's a heel turn from a superstar we never imagined. Maybe I think you were sure that this betrayal had to be on this list, because it's essential and couldn't be left out for any reason. The Shield was a team that made a name for itself in WWE. Its 3 members went from being hated to being loved by the entire WWE universe. But all good things must come to an end. The great betrayal of this team would come from Seth Rollins, who would join the Authority and attack Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose with violent chair shots. Triple H had said that night he had a plan B, and he surprised us all by revealing his devious plan on Monday Night Raw. Since that night, Seth Rollins was known as the Great Betrayer of the Shield. This is perhaps one of the most iconic betrayals in WWE history. Shawn Michaels first appeared in the entertainment world as a tag team wrestler alongside Marty Janetti. However, WWE soon realized the potential that Shawn had as a singles wrestler and decided to split up the team. But obviously, WWE did it in the best way possible. Shawn Michaels and Marty Janetti appeared on a set that looked like a barber shop. And apparently Marty Janetti was asking Michaels for them to always stay together. Michaels agreed, hugged Marty Janetti, and then kicked him through a glass window. Michaels gave no reason for committing this betrayal. From there, Shawn Michaels strongly boosted his career, while Marty Janetti wasn't as lucky. On the road to SummerSlam in 2005, Shawn Michaels asked his old friend Hulk Hogan to return to WWE, saying he needed him to come back and be by his side, just for one more match. On July 2nd, finally, the Immortal returned to WWE for one more fight. He would face Kurt Angle and Carlito, and Hogan would team up with Michaels. The ovation in the stadium for this team was incredible. The winning duo that was Hogan and Michaels. The Immortal started doing his typical poses together with Michaels for the whole stadium. All of a sudden, Michaels would surprise him with a tremendous kick to the jaw. The stadium immediately went completely silent. No one could understand it, no one could believe it. Why would Michaels betray Hogan like that? Finally, both would settle their issues at the pay-per-view event SummerSlam that same year. At the pay-per-view event Clash at the Castle in the year 2022, Edge and Rey Mysterio defeated the Judgment Day, who were represented by Finn Balor and Damian Priest. Although the match was quite interesting, during the match, Dominik interfered in favor of Edge and Rey Mysterio, while Rhea Ripley interfered in favor of the Judgment Day. After the match, Dominik attacked Edge in a very brutal way. However, his father tried to restrain him so he wouldn't keep hurting the superstar. Rated R, what nobody in the arena expected was what would come next. Dominik Mysterio would practically forget everything his father has done for him and would end up betraying him with a horrible clothesline to the neck. Going from the good side to the villain side, the audience in the arena and at home was absolutely shocked. We all know how much Rey Mysterio has done for Dominik in WWE history. You would never expect a son's love for his father to end that way. On July 22, 2002, everyone was thrilled about the major D-Generation X reunion on Raw. When Triple H and Michaels were in the ring, they looked pretty excited. Until the game came to an end, Triple H hit Michaels with a tremendous pedigree, leaving him completely unconscious. The following week, while Triple H was speaking on the microphone, we realized that Michaels had been attacked in the hallways of the arena. The game immediately went to see him. He was truly sorry his ex-friend was there, and it really troubled him that people thought it had been him. The following week, on Monday Night Raw, Michaels spoke from a satellite office with Triple H and told him that he had been attacked in the worst way possible. Thanks to the security cameras, he identified his attacker. Since with current technology, they were able to clean up the image and realize that Triple H was the one who had attacked Michaels again. The game didn't show any remorse, and to this day, this betrayal is still remembered. 30 years before John Cena's betrayal, only one wrestler had done something similar, and that was Hulk Hogan. It turns out that the Hulkster, just like John Cena, spent a large part of his career being a true hero in the ring, and even became an important figure for millions of children around the world. Hulk Hogan, back then, would appear at a World Championship Wrestling event called Bash at the Beach. When everyone thought Hogan would come to be on Randy Savage's side, that wouldn't be the case, and he would deliver a brutal leg drop to his former friend Hulk Hogan. That night, he shocked the audience and joined Scott Hall and Kevin Nash to form a villainous group called the New World Order. The world of sports and entertainment changed forever. I think that was the first big time when a very well-known superstar and who had always been good turned to the side of the villains.